So you want to be a bishop. So you want to be the best support class in the game. Well then, you've come to the right class. I'm being accompanied by the HolyGiraffe himself.
Hey,
There
what's
you
up?
are. Look how adorable he is. Look at the hat. I love this hat.
Thank you.
Oh, it's so great. Let me feed my pet real quick. So, together we're going to explain the bishop class for you. So, you want to start off with Energy Bolt?
Yeah, I'm gonna start.
Okay.
So basically, first job you get the skill Energy Bolt. Yeah, it works like this. It attacks the closest enemy to you, and if there's a bunch of enemies, it's supposed to attack them too, but they have to be bundled together like this. No, like this. Oh, here we go.
Alright.
Next.
And the next is Magic Guard. This is a toggle skill, so you can turn it on or off as you please. And what it does is it takes 85% of the damage that you take and takes it to your MP instead of your HP. And, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, it's pretty good defensively. And we also have the teleport. It's supposed to be the same for all classes. It also works in the air. You can just jump to add extra length to it, to add more range to it. Otherwise, it's pretty basic.
Indeed.
Also works on ladders and ropes.
Alright. So just a quick note about MP boost. If you use a wand, you get 3% crit rate, but don't use a wand. Just use a staff. It's more magic attack and it's just worth it. So moving on to second job, we have Holy Arrow. And it's just your new mobbing skill. It's basically better Energy Bolt. In my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, also if the enemies are not bundled together, like Energy Bolt requires them to be, it hits better. You can basically use it like this. It hits pretty close. The range is not great, but it works pretty good. It's better than Energy Bolt in any case.
Yeah, the range is about right here from where I am to the Heart Rock. Seems to be anyway.
Okay, the next skill we get is Heal. Heal is actually pretty useful. When you use Heal, it actually not only does it heal you, it heals your party members. So if they are not full HP, you can heal them, and it also adds a debuff to the enemy, which makes your final damage extra 10 final damage. And if the enemy is undead, it also attacks them. So if you train on dead mushrooms, it deals 410% damage. It also has a cooldown, so it's not as useful as a training skill, but yeah, you can use it even in fourth job. It's pretty useful. You're gonna want it on your keyboard at all times.
Alright, and I should also mention that a lot of people complained about heal having a cooldown now. It's actually reduced the more people you heal. So if you heal yourself, it's reduced by, 2 seconds? And if you heal yourself and another person, it just has no cooldown. So use it wisely during bosses, if you want to, use it. So, Blessing Ensemble. Including yourself, for each member that's in your party, you get 2% final damage. And if the person that you partied with is a cleric, priest, bishop, anything like that, then you also get 20% extra bonus EXP on top of the final damage. So here's the final damage. I have 3% right now.
And you're gonna have to buff me though.
Oh, right. Nope, doesn't show.
Does it show? Doesn't show.
Oh, wait, there it is. Yep, now it shows. Wait, what was I at before?
I see 6% final damage.
Yeah, I'm at 6 now.
The one. Yeah, that's because you have the fourth job skill that adds that
Right.
makes it 3% instead of 2%. But if before fourth job is gonna be 2%.
Right. Okay.
You get more EXP when you're party with a cleric or priest, bishop. Okay, so the next skill we're gonna get is Bless. It's pretty basic. It's all of the good stuff.
For sure.
Let me add it to my party just to show it can work on party members. It's a party buff. Most of the buffs are actually party buffs. It adds attack power, magic attack if you're with other mages. Adds defense, 300 defense, and that's pretty much it. All the good stuff.
Yeah. Magic booster, super simple. Just gives you +2 magic attack speed, or just attack speed in general.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest are passive. I'll just hover over them real quick. Alright, so moving on to third job.
On third job,
yeah.
we get Shining Gray, which is gonna be the new training skill. But you're not gonna be maxing this skill. You're gonna be maxing everything else. So Shining Gray hits pretty far. It's also pretty strong, and if you used any of the previous skills, like Heal, I think, that added a debuff, it's gonna get even stronger because it's a Holy element attribute.
Mm-hmm.
So if you use Heal, and then use Shining Gray, it does even more damage.
Indeed. So let's see, I did 7s, use Heal. Oh, let me heal these guys. And now I did 9s. So yeah, great buff to damage. So next we have Holy Fountain. Probably my favorite skill, like, in third job. Because when I'm fighting Magnus... Okay, first I'll explain what it does. So, when you activate it, you put down a crystal on the floor. And you and your party members, when you go near it, can press the up key, like just up, and it'll heal 40% of your HP. It can be used 20 times between you and your party, like it's combined, so like if you use it once and your party uses once, you have 18 more uses. But it's really useful in like bosses that make you not able to use potions, because it still heals the 40%, or if you're outside of Magnus's aura, and potions and everything get reduced to 10%, that still heals you 40%, so it's a great support skill to just put down in the map somewhere for your party members to use.
I got damaged. I need healing. Oh, stop. So good. Okay, now that I use your Holy Fountain, I can explain Divine Protection. Divine Protection is pretty useful. Every time I log in, I just use it. It does this beautiful aura around me, and it protects you from abnormal status once. In addition to the passive effect that adds 40 elemental resistance and abnormal status resistance, the first time you're going to be cursed, or you're going to get a debuff or something like that, it just cancels Divine Protection and you get protected.
Indeed.
Not from damage though. It doesn't protect you from damage. It just got pushed off.
And I should also mention, when you're doing hard healer, like let's say you're soloing, if you wait before she uses the K's, like right as she uses it, and then you use Divine Protection, it'll block that for you.
Oh yes, it's useful in a bunch of occasions. Like, I can think of many bosses it's useful on. For example, if you're doing Lucid, which is pretty relevant for a lot of classes, there's an attack in which she teleports you to somewhere else on the map. If you use Divine Protection, it protects you one time from the teleportation.
Ooh.
Which I didn't know until I actually saw that it went to a cooldown. It just canceled it and didn't know why.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so next we have Mystic Door, and this creates a portal, allowing you... I have Knock Knock. I forgot about that. So it creates a portal that allows...
I needed to sell some stuff, thank you.
And it takes you from the current map that you're in back to the nearest town. And of course, since I'm in Temple of Time, the nearest town is back to the Three Doors map. So you're able to sell things like he just did, and you can also bring your party members if you're far away deep into Temple of Time or any other area. You can use what was it called? Mystic Door? My goodness. Yeah. Mystic Door to bring your party members to the map. So very useful.
Next up, we have Dispel.
Yes.
My god, just looking at it right now, third job is full of utilities and good stuff.
Oh yes.
Dispel is pretty useful. So remember Divine Protection, it has a 180-second cooldown. So the first property of this spell is that if you use it, it shortens the cooldown of Divine Protection. In addition to that, it nullifies magic and curing abnormal status. It has a 100% chance of success. And it also works. Oh, it also works against what's it called when you have the puppet strings?
Oh, seduce. Yeah.
Yes, it works even on seduce, in which you're not supposed to be able to use skills. Even then, you can use this spell on you or party members to break abnormal status for you and for others.
Indeed. I love that it resets its own cooldown as well by 4 seconds. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Alright, so next is the famous Holy Symbol skill.
The one and only.
And what it does is it increases you and your party's EXP by 50%. And I actually don't have it on a solo key, but there you go. So they do have to be within range. It's not like, I go all the way over here and it's like, oh, I use Holy Symbol. Like, you have to actually be, like, pretty close. Not too close, but...
I'm using it. You're not getting it.
But yeah, you get 50% extra EXP. That's a pretty big boost.
And should I talk about Teleport Mastery?
Yeah,
I'll talk about just mention it. Okay, it
right.
adds teleport distance, and you can use it. Wait, not this. Not this. Not. Here we go. You can use it to teleport further and kill mobs with your teleport. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Teleport around, kill things with your teleport, just damage them. Oh, it also if they don't die, they get stunned. They get a stun.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
But it has a 80%. Yeah, it has a 80% chance of occurring. So if you teleport around like this, if they didn't die, they get damaged, and you can just teleport around them like this in circles to damage them, and they can't hit back if the mob is too strong.
This is also useful for, let's say, an elite boss spawns and you're only third job still. You can use Shining Ray and then teleport to do extra damage. Because the Teleport Mastery will do damage on top of the Shining Ray. So next we have, oh god, Holy Magic Shell. Oh boy. Okay, so you're gonna have to help me with this one. So when you use it, you recover, 100% HP? My god. And it'll absorb
100% of your HP. If somebody else has more HP than you, that's 100% of your HP.
Oh, okay. So it'll also absorb the next 10 hits that you take. The thing that I don't like that Nexon did, or whatever, is it's like, it doesn't have the same invincibility that you do. It's like if an enemy has a rapid fire attack, it'll also take up all of those hits. But yeah, it's very good, especially for Ursus or Lucid's Bomb, where you can negate any of the damage that it's about to do to you.
Yeah, it negates some attacks, not all of them, but it's pretty useful in specific cases. In Lotus, he has the purple attack in third stage, in which he shoots purple shots on the ground. And in when you fight Arcarium, it's pretty useful. He has a full screen attack, and it's actually one of the only skills that can block it. And the rest are passives, I believe?
Yep. But they're really good passives. Oh my god, the crit rate. 70% base crit rate. Oof.
Yeah, both skills together add 70... no, that's 40 and 30. Yeah, that's going to be 70% crit rate on top of your 5 base. That's 75% right off the bat.
Oh yeah.
And on first job, we get the fantastically called Angel Ray.
Oh yes.
Angel Ray is pretty good. It's very far. and also looks pretty good. I
Cool.
like its look. I like the way it looks. It has like a red diamond on it.
Yeah.
So Angel Ray, on top of being your main attack skill usually, hits 6 enemies, does 350% damage, attacks up to 5 enemies, and when you attack, you restore 20% of your HP and 20% of your party members' max HP. So it's 20% of their HP, not yours.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. It heals me. So if you can see, I don't know if you can actually see. I see it on my end.
Oh yeah, it's
So,
on my screen as well.
Oh, cool. So it passes by and it heals my HP. So actually, I'm not really damaged. But if my HP was low, Q here would have been healing me with Angel Ray. So you're gonna be attacking and healing your party members. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And again, I've seen many people try to use it as a mobbing skill. Sure, you can use that, but you'll see later on that there's a better mobbing skill. But for now, I'm going to go over Genesis, and it's pretty much your... how do I put it? I don't think they call it ultimate anymore. It's like your AoE skill. Hits a very large portion of the map. I would say the range is like from here to like down below.
And very loud.
Oh yeah, I don't have my sound on, but I'll spare your ears. So when you,
Yeah.
when you use it, the damage that it does has a 20% additional crit rate, which means it pretty much always crits because, we have 75%. And on top of that, you can use Big Bang without having to charge it. It'll just be at full charge when you use it until the duration goes away. Speaking of Big Bang...
Yeah, I'm going to show you Big Bang. Right now, I have it on a key. If I want to use Big Bang, I'm going to have to press down the skill, and you can see I'm charging the skill. I can walk around while charging it. I can even climb ladders, and when I let go, it does damage. And the more I charge it, the harder it hits. However, if I use Genesis actually, it's pronounced Genesis, right?
Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, so if you use Genesis, you're going to be able to use Big Bang without loading. It's going to be the max. It's going to be on its the most charge up state all the time. And you can see they have a little debuff, a little buff on Q's screen. Do you have it?
Yes.
So while you have the buff, you're going to be using Big Bang without having to charge it. You can just spam it like this and hit mobs. And yeah, if you're standing pretty this high, it has a pretty large hitbox. You can even hit mobs below it. Yeah, so on this platform, you can see I can hit both platforms. So if it's not too high, you're going to be able to hit both above you and below you. Also, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Big Bang is the only skill you can use in the air.
Yes. I mean, there is a way to use skills while jumping, but it doesn't change the property of the skill. Big Bang's the only one you can use in the air where it actually will raise the hitbox of the skill. So if you press, I don't know, Angel Ray and jump, you'll jump, but Angel Ray will still be on the ground.
Yeah.
So one more thing. Oh wait, did you already mention it? When you use fully charged Big Bang, that the defense is reduced to enemies?
Oh no, I actually forgot about that. Yeah, I had the debuff on the enemy. Yeah. So when you use it, you can do up to 4 stacks, and for each stack, for each debuff you get on your enemy, I'm actually killing them with my Big Bang.
Yeah, we're one-hitting them because it reduces enemy defense.
Oh yeah. Okay, my bad. Yeah, it's gonna be enemy defense. Yeah, it helps all. Yeah, it helps all party members. My bad. Sorry.
It's alright.
I mix it up with heal.
Yeah.
With the heal debuff.
Right. Alright. So next we have Blessed Harmony, which is the upgraded version of the second job skill. God, what was it called? Blessed Ensemble. And pretty much it just makes the increase go from, 2%? Yeah, 2% to 3%.
Yes, and the next skill we have is Resurrect. And I'm actually going to go overboard and show you that it works.
Oh no, you
Oh
wouldn't.
yes,
You
I
wouldn't.
would.
Oh god.
Oh yes, I would. I'm just taking off my gear.
Well, I'll show the animation while you're doing that. Whee!
Yeah, but now you have your cooldown.
Nope. Not until I have to revive somebody.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I think I removed
God,
enough.
it's so pretty.
Okay, so now I'm basically not wearing anything, and this supposed to be doing enough damage to kill me. Oh yes, they're killing me pretty fast. So my HP is
Or
pretty
are
low
they?
right now. Oh, thanks for saving me. Oh boy. Oh boy, my HP is so low. What am I gonna do? Oh no, I'm dead. You're not doing your job as a bishop.
I'm sorry, I just watched it happen. Alright, I'm just gonna
What
use
are we
this.
gonna do? What are we gonna do?
We shall use Resurrection.
Oh, thanks for saving me.
You're
I'm
welcome.
fine now. Yeah, so Resurrection is pretty good. It helps in lots of raids. Usually, it doesn't save the death countdown, the death count, but it does help in some scenarios, like I think Pink Bean or Horntail, for example. It doesn't have count, so you can resurrect your friends, your party members, pretty easily. And it also have invincibility. 3 seconds. It also stacks with what's it called? I forgot the name. It's Spirit of Freedom Link skill.
Right.
That adds 8 seconds after being revived. So
Mhm.
if you have Spirit of Freedom and you're getting resurrected, you're gonna get 11 seconds actually. Oh, I'm actually dying. I don't want to die.
And just so I can show the skill you were talking about. There you go. Alright, so let's see, what's next? Oh, also I should mention that if you're doing Ursus, this is really helpful because you won't have to hold down the spacebar, and you can revive multiple people at the same time. Let me go
Oh yes, it does revive multiple people, yeah. People in range, though, they have to be in range.
Yeah. Alright, so next we have Infinity. Oh god, you're gonna have to help me with this one. So,
oh boy.
When you activate it, it will give you instantly a 65% magic attack boost. And then over time, I believe it depends on your current buff duration.
Oh yes, no longer doesn't count on duration anymore. You do want to have as much duration as possible because for every few seconds, it doesn't state how many seconds, but I think it's every 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah, for me it's 4 or 5.
Yeah, you get a bunch of effects. You get regularly recovered 10% HP and MP, and final damage is increased by 3% on top of the base 65. So every 5 seconds, that's going to be, it starts from 65 and then 68 and then 71. And it goes on like this for as long as it's active. It doesn't have a cap anymore. It stated that it used to have a cap, but no longer. You can just keep getting more and more magic attack the longer you wait.
That's great. So on top of that, it also gives you 50% knockback resistance, so you know those pesky enemies knocking you back all the time. Well, now you have a 50% chance to not get knocked back.
We have, one of my favorite, Bahamut. I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it?
Yeah, Bahamut, something like that.
Yes. So this cute dragon is following me and is attacking the enemy. And also, I want to mention something that I figured out myself, that actually, Bahamut is not going to attack if you just enter the map. And if you're not attacking or not attacked, he's not going to do anything to them. See, he's following me and he's not attacking the enemy. He's only going to start attacking if I attack or if I'm attacked. So see, now he's going to attack them. And he has a 260 duration, 500% damage to the enemy, up to 3 enemies at once, and it leaves a mark for 60 seconds on the enemy that makes holy-based attack. Yeah, this time I made sure holy-based attack do more damage.
Oh yeah.
25% damage increase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you use Big Bang and heal and Bahamut, you're gonna do a bunch of damage like this.
All right. So next we have. Let me scroll down. Advanced Blessing. So this does not stack with the previous skill. God, what was it called?
Bless.
Yeah, Bless. This is its own separate skill, and what it does is it increases you and your party members' attack and magic attack by 30, your defense by 550, HP and MP by 750, and your MP consumption is reduced by 20%. So a lot of stuff in this one buff. A lot of stuff. Oh my goodness.
Oh yes, and we also have Maple Warrior, same as every other class.
15% all stats.
And
Hero's also, Will. Oh, sorry.
No, just specifically since bishops in particular have. All Explorer mages have buff mastery, which we're gonna talk about later. It's actually passive, makes Maple Warrior particularly long.
Oh yeah.
And what I want to show is if I do this. Ignore this. This is not for everybody else. This is specifically for me. Okay, if I do this, and I use Maple Warrior, look at the duration.
Whoa! Whoa, okay, that's very long. That's almost an hour.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Mine's only 25 minutes. Goodness.
Oh yeah, it has a pretty long duration. Maple Warrior has a pretty long duration as it is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I think normally it's like 15 minutes or something.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so next we have Hero's Will. So it gets rid of abnormal status and makes you immune to abnormal status for the next 3 seconds after you use it. So if you're seduced or something, and you just used... well, actually, I should mention, you can't actually dispel yourself if you're seduced, so that's when you want to use Hero's Will and then go dispel your party members.
And the rest are passives?
Yep.
Yes.
Arcane Aim's a great passive, though.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you attack, you get damage. Oh my god. Alright, so moving on to hyper passives, I put into Holy Magic Shell Cooldown Cutter, which reduces the cooldown by 50%, or half. I also put into 20% additional EXP for myself, because extra EXP is great.
Why not?
Yep. And I gave it 30% drop rate, which applies to myself and the party. I also did Advanced Bless, giving it 20 more attack, and I gave it 10% bosses as well.
And the alternative shape is if you remove the point from Holy Symbol Experience, if you're not going to be training or going to be using it on yourself, you can put the point somewhere else. For example, Holy Magic Shell Persist, which is useful in Ursus. Adding 5-second duration to Holy Magic Shell. And I think that's it.
Yep. So moving on to active hypers.
Oh, it's pretty loud on my end though, because I didn't mute anything, so if I use it... my ears! Oh yeah, that was Heaven's Door. It's the ultimate skill. Now you can use it if you want to show it on your end.
Okay.
It adds a pretty buff.
God, that range.
So on top of 15 enemies hit, 1000% damage per line. That's gonna be 8 lines, I think. Yes, 8 lines. And it protects allies, people in your party from one-hit KO moves. So actually, the way it works is if your HP hits 0, the buff gets cancelled. You heal 100% of your HP and MP. No, just HP actually. And then that's it. You're protected from 1 death.
Yep. And because Nexon thought, oh, hey, that's kind of overpowered, they kind of gave it a prevention cooldown where for 9 minutes you're not able to, or was it 10 minutes? I don't know. 600 seconds, you're not able to get the buff again.
Yeah, you can't use it. You can use it again to attack, but you're not going to be able to get the buff itself.
Alright, so next we have... Oh god. Righteously Indignant. Which, while inactive, like right now I don't have it active, I get 40% damage. And that's great for mobbing. Just really nice. This is also a 150 hyper. And
Oh yes.
it makes your Angel Ray, when active, your new bossing skill. So bishops really become a great bosser after 150. So what it does is it increases your magic attack by 50, your final damage by 30, your ignore defense by 20%, and Angel Ray hits 5 more times with +1 attack speed, and then the elemental resist whatever. And the thing is that the HP that you used to heal with Angel Ray is now reduced by, what was it, 40% of what it used to heal?
Yes, it reduced by 40%.
I'm bad at
and
math.
you're also going to be able to attack just one enemy. So if there's a bunch of enemies in front of you, you're going to be able to hit just one of them. It also auto targets bosses. So if you have a boss in front of you, it's automatically going to target just the boss.
And not only that, but it makes your teleport super great. So if I were to travel along this map using teleport, but not using the 150 hyper, you can see I walk a little bit sometimes, and it really slows down the mobility. But when traveling, I like to have it on, because it pretty much gets rid of the ping in the server, and allows you to teleport rapidly without having to walk, pretty much. It's just really fast.
That's called client-side teleport.
Ah, there we go. It's great.
And at level 200 you get Epic Adventure. It's pretty much the same for every other explorer, every other class actually. That's going to be an additional 10% damage, and for 60% for 60 seconds, costs 108 MP. It has 120 second cooldown. Also a party buff for explorers only. And that's it.
Yep. Oh, I actually did forget to mention the 150 hyper. You can only use teleport, buffs, and Angel Ray. So it's literally just your bossing mode.
Oh yes, you're gonna be able to use from the skills we mentioned so far, only the buffs. You're not gonna be able to use specifically. You're not gonna be able to use Shining Gray, Mystic Door. I can name them. Spell. Yeah. You're gonna only be able to use the buffs, teleport, and Angel Ray. However, you're gonna be able to use some of your zero. I want to say zero class, not zero. Beginner.
Ah, beginner. Yeah.
So if you have skills in your beginner tab, you can use those. Even if some of them aren't buffs, you're gonna be able to use those. For example, I can use...
I use the snail shell. I didn't know about that. That's cool.
I can do this. That's actually a beginner skill.
That's great. I have the moonwalk on my shade. That's awesome. Alright, so that's all the skills. I want to thank you for being here, for helping me out with the bishop skills. Been great having you.
No problem.
And I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one.
What about bossing?
Oh god, bossing! Yeah!
I got you!
No! So when bossing as a bishop, I make sure to have Divine Blessing on, if needed. Especially if the boss doesn't have a... Like Hardheela has her curse, which will actually take up Divine Blessing's effect. So you want to make sure you time that with her cage. And aside from that, make sure you summon Bahamut, be in the 150 hyper skill, or have it activated, and then use Angel Ray for your main attack. And as we mentioned before, it'll heal you as you attack, so you pretty much don't have to worry about taking damage, for the most part. And you can just attack through pretty much everything. You attack while you heal. And if any and if any party members are in between you and the enemy, they get healed as well. So, we forgot to mention, well, more like it's a game mechanic and not a bishop mechanic, where if you're a bishop, or if you attack holy enemies, the enemies will take extra damage. So the reason I mention this is because a lot of people complain about, bishop training is hard. Try going to, instead of drakes, because I know those are the levels that a lot of people are having trouble with. Instead of going to drakes, go to mummy dogs in Perion, because they'll take extra damage since they're undead. And that's where I trained mine. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and hope to see you in the next one. So I just wanted to give a huge thank you to HolyGiraffe for helping me with this video. And you can find his YouTube channel at youtube.com/0hpmaplestory. I'll put it on the screen, or I'll put it in the description or something. But either way, check out his channel if you want to see a bishop doing crazy bosses. Like, he's soloed Lucid, he's done so many different things. Definitely check him out. And, yeah, that's it.